Okay guys, so I really hope that everything looks okay. I've been fighting with focus forever now. I'm just running out of time. As you can see, I'm at a little bit different of a location today. It is so nice outside. I'm sorry if there's any background noise, but it has been raining here for ever and ever and ever. And so I just wanted to take advantage of the really nice weather. I'm going to go through, sorry if I'm looking at my phone, I'm going to give you a little bit of an update first, and then I'm going to talk to you guys about like the cost of my medical treatments. My dog's on my lap. I don't know if you guys can see him. This is one of my dogs. He's little Loki. He's 7, 8, something like that. I've had him for about 2 years. He's a rescue dog, so yeah. Sorry, he's such a mama's boy. He'll probably just be sitting on my lap the whole time. But let me log into my MyChart really quick so I can tell you guys, get the actual info. I realized last time I filmed this video and it was out of focus that I do not have the numbers for my chemotherapy, and I am so sorry for that. But by that point, insurance had taken care of everything, and I'm actually still on my parents' insurance because that was kind of the agreement I worked out with my parents, is that I pay the bills but I can be on their insurance until I'm 26. And so my mom gets all of like the insurance records and it has their info on it too, so I'm not going to ask for those. I'm really sorry to do that to you guys, but I can give you all of the other numbers. So a little bit of an update. Last time I left you guys, I said I was going up for a biopsy. I don't know how many of you know anything about cervical biopsies, but basically they put vinegar on your cervix beforehand and then they'll biopsy whatever changes colors. Well, when I went up there, nothing changed colors, so it was just a false exam. So I was a little freaked out and I may have overreacted, but it's really scary when you go from like a diagnosis like what I had to, you know, hear that again. So when I started, my first expense was my ER room visit here in my hometown, and my copay for that is $300. So right off the bat, $300 to pretty much be told that there was nothing they could do for me. It took them about 8 hours. Granted, there were a lot of x-rays, a lot of ultrasounds, etc., etc. $300, and I was told that they could not help me and I needed to go to Iowa City and see the university. So that night I was transported by ambulance. It was non-emergency, but they had heart rate monitors on me, so it was billed as advanced life support, which is a whole different thing. Don't get me started on it. So that ended up being just over $1,200. No, it ended up being $1,497, I believe, and insurance paid for $200 of it. So I've been paying on the $1,200 bill. Also guys, a little disclaimer, I don't want to like anyone to feel sad for me or sorry for me. I don't want, you know, it's not me trying to brag like, oh, I got this much money donated to me, or oh, I make enough money to pay these bills. Like, that is not my intent with these. I just want you guys to be informed about what the actual cost of medical treatment is. And even with private insurance, I do have private insurance, like I said, through my parents, and it's pretty good insurance. And then also, I want you guys to know that this is from my experience, my treatment, my doctors, my hospital. It may be different elsewhere in the world. I will say cost of living where I live is a lot lower than it is in a lot of other states. So please keep that in mind, and I just wanted to kind of open up your guys' eyes. It is in no way me bragging or throwing a pity party. I just want you guys to realize. So $1,200 plus $300. So far I'm at about $1,500 and some odd change in there. Just for out of pocket. That's not even including what my insurance had to pay. We're still getting insurance bills. I've been done with chemo since November, and we're still getting like the papers of breakdown what insurance is paying. So after my ambulance transfer, I went to the ER and was admitted. Because I was admitted, there was not another copay for the ER. That's how my insurance and my hospital worked out the billing. And just to kind of give you guys an idea, before insurance, this is like what my insurance had to pay. My total bill for one night in the hospital, an emergency room visit, my vitals, and then they did one ultrasound and one x-ray, were $9,870 for one night. That is so crazy. Sorry guys, I haven't seen this in forever, so like I've seen these before, but it just blows my mind. And like I understand it takes a lot to run a hospital, and you know, we do have really good doctors at the university and they're some of the best doctors in the nation, but I don't know what the answer to this, you guys, is. That's just insane to me. So then for the ultrasound, which was billed through radiology, I paid $65 for that out of my pocket. It doesn't, that I'm guessing is included. Loki, you're getting me all types of dirty. I don't think that was, I think that was included in the total number I gave you. On August 28th, I went back up for a follow-up, and that is basically when they said, we don't know what it is, we need to do surgery. Just that appointment was $198. I owed none of that. Insurance covered it all. I think I might have owed a copay, which is $40 for an office visit. Actually, I know that I did. Yeah. After that appointment, I went in and I had my surgery, and it was a laparoscopic surgery with general anesthesia. It was a day surgery, so I did not have to stay in the hospital, and it was one oophorectomy, which is the removal of my right ovary. I think I'm pronouncing everything right. I'm horrible at that stuff, so I'm so sorry, guys. We're looking at about $9,380 for the surgery. And another $400 for the biopsies. Again, thankfully, I am so thankful my insurance, our deductible or out-of-pocket I don't know all of that, you guys. Like that all confuses me, and like I said, I just handed it to my mom. Like, I know what it all is, so I handed it to them. I'm like, here you go, and then she keeps track of everything. After about, I think it's $2,000, I got to quit paying. So insurance covered my entire surgery, which I am so thankful for. I'm at, what am I at, about, what did we say? Whatever I said, that's what I am at for bills. And the thing about this, and this shocked me, and I don't know what I expected to be different or why it surprised me so much, but while I am off work, so after surgery, I had to be off work for 6 weeks. I couldn't lift, which my job, I'm a DSP, it requires me to be able to lift and stuff. So I had to be off work for 6 weeks, and these bills are still coming in with due dates before I even go back to work. And I mean, it makes sense. It's kind of like, well, duh, what'd you expect? But it's just kind of like a slap in the face when you're not even making money. You're trying to figure out how you're going to pay, you know, your mortgage. I own my house, so mortgage, your car payment, your student loan payments, everything. On top of that, keep the lights on. And I have 2 dogs. Like, Loki previously had heartworm, so he has to be on Heartgard all year round, and thankfully I didn't need flea treatments because it was fall, but you know, food and everything, and figuring out how you're going to pay that for a month and a half while you're not making money, and then also pay these bills. It's absolutely insane. And after that is when they called me. Originally they thought it was fine, they thought it was benign, and we were okay. The full biopsy came back that it wasn't, and that is when they said that I would have to be referred to an oncologist, and that would have also been a $40 copay when I first met them. And they basically explained to me that I would have to go through chemo, and they were going to give me a shot called Lupron. I think I've told you guys about this before, but it basically put me into chemically induced menopause for 3 months, give or take a little, and that had a 5% chance of being irreversible, which I'm so happy to report that like mine did reverse. Like I said, my estrogen levels are fine, but that was really scary to hear also as a young woman, you know. So I met with a fertility specialist. So what my insurance paid for just the meeting with them, for them to give me these numbers, was $356. Like I said, insurance thankfully covered everything. So that was awesome. So on October 1st is the day that I started chemotherapy, which is where this cuts off, you guys. is before chemo, I had to go see my oncologist, and that was $198, which there's another 40. I forget what I was saying, but I'll try and keep a running total over somewhere on the screen here. Oh, that's what I forgot to talk. Here's my interventional radiology surgery. So to have my port placed, it was a power port. Again, day surgery. I wasn't even under full anesthesia. It was just laughing gas or twilight gas or whatever it is. Literally just, you're not really asleep. And I owed nothing for that, but the total for that was $5,260. Love it. Oh, I take that back. I did owe $40 for that. And then on October 8th, I ended up in the ER for extreme vomiting, and I almost passed out. This was the time, I don't think I was admitted this time. I think I was given fluids and sent home. It was $533. So aside from my 3 copays that I paid, which would be $120, for everything on this, my balance due was $811, which puts me, if you include the copays, at $2,120, I believe. Still have not really made it back to work. So the way my chemo worked is I would be able to work a week and then I would need 2 weeks off, basically, because I was going every week and then I would be really sick. So essentially I was off for a total of about 12 weeks and I got to work 1 week a month, basically, is what it ended up being. And then so I get to go every few months to get everything checked, and at every one of those appointments it is $559 for my insurance. I just owe it ends up being about $80 for labs and everything. You guys, so I was going through and editing this and I realized my last clip got deleted. So many technical errors with this one, but anyway, all that I said in it was thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, it means the world to me, and leave any comments below, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.